Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Aso Tarot, and today's pick a card reading we are going to be looking at channeled messages from your person. So I'm aware this isn't my typical setup if you're a little tripped out. I am out of town, but I still wanted to film this reading and get some messages out for you guys. I missed you so much. So we have 3 piles today. We have pile 1 with this pretty smoky quartz crystal. We have pile 2 with this malachite crystal or mineral, I guess. And we have pile 3 with this aquamarine crystal. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to decide which pile you feel most drawn to. It's absolutely okay to be drawn to more than one pile. Just do what feels right to you. And then go ahead and scroll down to the description box where I will have all of the timestamps for each of the piles, and we will get into your reading. Hi there, pile 1. If you guys chose this smoky quartz crystal, this is going to be your reading. I hope that's in the frame. Please excuse me, it might trip me up a little bit to be going at it from this angle. Also, if you notice my nail, I broke it and had to put this pink guy on it, so hopefully that isn't too distracting. But I wanted to get the energy of your connection first. So starting off, I wanted to see what your person was being represented as and how they viewed you. So your person is being represented as the Cobra, and they are viewing you as the Vulture. Now, hopefully you're not like, what? Like, why am I being represented as a vulture? I will explain. This is actually really cool. You both are pretty spiritually evolved. Your person could have fire placements and you could have air placements. You absolutely don't have to, but it's a possibility, as your person is being represented by a fire sign and you're being represented by an air sign. One big thing that I'm getting though, just straight out of the gate, is that your person is probably older than you, or at the very least has a mature energy about them. They view you as an intellectual equal, and one of the really cool things about this is that you both are teaching each other a lot. And one thing that I want to say about the Vulture is that your person probably didn't see your value at first. And I think that they've come to realize that you are really a blessing in disguise. You are so misunderstood, but so special and a very important part of their life. I think that you've protected them from a lot without them even realizing. Maybe it's just because of your viewpoints or how you see the world. You could have a protective nature about you, but this person is also pretty protective of you. I think that they really enjoy showing you their viewpoints of life. I think that they probably enjoy talking to you about different just theories about life and why we're here and what's going on. I just get this energy that you both are, you have 2 different perspectives. You know, the Cobra's on the ground, the Vulture's up here. Sorry, don't want to get out of frame of the camera, but they see you as somebody who has a unique perspective that can help them learn more. And like I said, they view you as an intellectual equal. And I think that they definitely didn't see your value at first, and maybe because you might be younger or because you might have not like clicked right away, they did not see the full potential of this connection, but they really just see you as something special, something really magnificent and amazing, and somebody that has a special purpose in their life. And if you're not communicating with this person, they do still see you as somebody very special. So looking at the energies, we have caring connections, and the back of the deck energy was anxiety. So I do think that you both fret about this connection a little bit, but the energy between you both is that you care about one another, and I think that that is probably the most important aspect of this connection is the fact that you both really care. I could definitely see you both maybe getting into some arguments or getting upset with one another, because you do both have really strong minds and you both do have strong opinions and viewpoints. And you know, air and fire can really be amplified and create tension at times. And it's possible that maybe you both fret when you're not around one another, or if you are in separation with this person. I think that you both feel anxiety about the connection, but at the end of the day, there is a lot of care here. Both of you really do care about each other, and I think both of you want the best for one another. And so your final energy cards are number 77, the Sword, and number 46, everything will be okay. And that was your back of the deck energy. And I'm really glad this was your back of the deck energy, because the anxiety card did definitely give me the idea, like, you know, it's possible maybe you guys got in an argument or had some type of falling out. This person really wants everything to work out between the both of you. And I think that this is actually more of a sign from spirit that everything in this connection is going to work out the way it's meant to. But the cool thing with the Sword is the Sword talks about transformation and kind of an infinite cycle of rebirth. And what the oh my God, are you kidding me? Hello? And now the light went out, so I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry about that, guys. My light died, so now I'm gonna have to use overhead lighting. Hopefully that isn't too annoying, but I think that might have been a sign for something, if you want to take it that way. You know, maybe the light in this connection went out. Maybe things in this connection have been a little tough. But like I was saying with this Sword card, is that this connection, I think, is going to go through a period of rebirth, if it hasn't already. One interesting thing that I'm kind of hearing is like this person in your life, almost for some of you, I almost wonder if it's not romantic, or it could have been romantic and now it might transform into something more platonic, or vice versa. It might have started out as something platonic that's turning into something more romantic. But I think that at the end of the day, one of the most important things about this connection is there is some type of soul connection here. Your souls recognize one another, your souls value one another. And I think that if either of you have done things in the past that you're not very proud of, or that you feel like you've hurt the other, you both fret over it. And I think that you both fret over one another. And if you're not around one another, like, I could honestly see this being long distance and not being able to protect one another or take care of one another. That is an issue that I think weighs on both of your souls. And just kind of noting that you did pick the smoky quartz, part of me just wonders if everything in this connection is not very clear right now. You could be going through a period of transformation, or just trying to figure your lives out. But I do think that the one thing in this connection that will always remain is the fact that you both care about each other. You both want the best for one another. And I think Spirit is really confirming that everything is going to be just fine and it's going to work out the way it's meant to. Now, because this is a general reading, it might not be your brain's definition of everything working out, but I think that everything is going to work out for the highest good. Like, everything will be just fine, honey. That's actually what it says in the book. But let's get into the channeled messages now. I'm gonna put these off to the side. So now that we have that out of the way, I'm going to be using the Rainbow Heart Tarot. And because the backs do not have, it's pretty clear what's the top and what's the bottom. Look at that bad shuffle. Good job, Aso. I am not going to be reading reversals. So I do just want to see what this person wants to say to you. And then we'll look at channeled messages from the deck that I've made, and then we'll get some advice from Spirit about this connection. But I do just want to start by asking, you know, what does Pile One's person want to say to them, Spirit? What do they need pile 1 to know? So I'm going to try my best to do this in first person. I've never done this before, so bear with me. We'll see if it works out, but I am kind of excited to see what might happen here. So what would your person say to you, pile 1? Well, to start, we have the Lovers. So I think this person right off the bat wants to say how much you mean to them. They've never met anyone like you. Your physical connection when you guys are intimate together is something special. So for a lot of you, I'm not quite sure if this is platonic. Let me grab a couple more cards though, and then I'll start channeling. Okay, we have Judgment as well. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I'm gonna start and then I'm gonna pull more. I know this is something special, and I know that you're not in my life for nothing. I know that I didn't see your value at first. I know that I brushed you off, and I know that I acted like this didn't mean anything. But when I say that my feelings for you have hit me like a ton of bricks, I mean it. And I know I'm taking forever. I know I am, and I'm so sorry. But I dream about you every night, and I can't seem to escape the feelings I have for you. I want to be closer to you. I want to come closer to you. And I know I'm taking forever, but I've got a lot of work to do. I want something more here, but I don't know how to get there. And frankly, it scares me. I've never felt a connection like this, and I'm afraid of screwing it up the same way I screw everything up. You make me so nervous, and at times I just want to run away from this in fear. But I know that if I don't try, I'll regret it forever. And I'm so sorry for all that I've put you through. But I don't want to put you through any more pain. And I have to figure out what I'm doing here. I will say, I feel really hot right now. Like I want to fan myself off. I feel like this person is almost embarrassed to talk about this stuff. So we also have the Ten of Swords. Not gonna lie, channeling first person is a little bit difficult, so I might do it for a little bit longer and then just kind of continue with what they want to say. We have the World. And the Six of Wands. Trust me, I've gotten my karma. It hurts me so deeply to know what I did. And I really wish I could take it back. But at the end of the day, I just hope that you can forgive me. This hasn't been easy for me. And I hope you know that I never meant to hurt you. Ever. I want something more one day, and I want something special. And I do see being victorious. I'm shifting, I'm changing, things are changing. And I promise that once I see a way to you, I will find it, and I will come. Because I love you. I love you so much. And I kind of want to cry right now. I'm probably gonna stop doing the channeling from first person. It's really difficult, truthfully. And there's just a lot of insights that I'm getting that I want to talk about. But I want to note that the back of the deck energy is the moon. And your person is, first of all, thinking of you in a very sexual manner. I'm not really good at describing those things from first person, but your person wants victory in this situation. And I think that if they betrayed you in the past, they are seeing the error of their ways. And one interesting thing that I want to note is that we have the World card and the Sword, and they're both represented by snakes, and your person was being represented by a cobra. So I think that this connection is coming to some kind of a cycle, like it's finishing in some way, in a good way, in a positive way. Like something is changing for this person, and this person is trying to come towards you, but trust me, they're taking their sweet time. But the nice thing with the Knight of Pentacles is that there is an energy of being committed to making sure that they come out victorious within this connection. That's all I want, truthfully. And I think that there's actually a lot of fear. And I definitely think that if this started as a physical, like friends with benefits situation, your person is either dickmatized or vagmatized by you. They find you to be very, very attractive. And what's interesting is that with this Judgment card, I actually think that the physical aspects of this connection blinded them originally to how strong this connection was outside of the soul level. I mean, the biggest thing with the Ten of Swords in the world that we have to talk about is the fact that there is a cycle clearing here. I mean, I feel like this person, you know, the Lovers always talks about a choice needing to be made. And I think this Lovers card is actually beautiful because it's like the sun and the moon. So maybe you guys have opposite suns and moons in your signs, or you have really compatible sun and moons. Maybe one of you is a night owl and the other one is an early bird. But it's like kind of two opposites coming together. And I think that the strength of this physical connection is something that is like a tying bond, essentially. But I'm also just hearing the word unparalleled. Like the connection between the both of you is absolutely unparalleled. And I think that your person for a long time was really afraid of going further. And you know, for some of you, this person really does love you, because it's a general reading. I have a hard time saying like, oh, you know, they love you, like, because it's going to be different for all of your situations. But this is not a connection that happened by mistake, and you really need to know that this person sees the error of their ways. I think that this Ten of Swords and this Judgment really go hand in hand, because it's like they had to be betrayed in the same way that they betrayed you, which is the energy that I'm getting, for them to realize and want to make a change. And that's why it kind of makes sense that this Sword card is here, because this does talk about rebirth. And I think that, you know, with this vulture, them seeing you as this vulture, you know, they didn't see how special and how valuable you were originally. And now they're thinking about, I think it's always been known that you both care about one another. But now this person is like, I don't know if they'll ever forgive me. I don't know if they'll want anything to do with me. And so having your person represented as the Cobra, I think that they're waiting for the right time to strike. And I think that they're taking their sweet ass time. Let me just be real with you. I mean, with this Knight of Pentacles, he's trucking along, but not very quickly. But your person has victory in mind with the Six of Wands. And I think that in the past, you know, the Lovers talks about a choice, and I think that in the past, they didn't make the right choice. They made the wrong choice. And I think that it left you feeling like this girl in the Ten of Swords, and now they are feeling the same way. I think something came around and they experienced the same thing. But I think that their higher self chooses you and wants to choose you. They see you as someone very, very special, and I think that they like kick themselves for how they treated you in the past. And I think that they're really hoping for some kind of second chance or some kind of transformation. With the Moon card here, I definitely think that your person has a lot of fears. They're still not entirely sure what's going to happen in this connection. They want victory at the very least. But it's like this smoky quartz. The path isn't clear yet. They don't have a full clarity on what to do. I think they're really afraid of coming at you the wrong way, because they do respect you so much, and they do want you to receive them well and receive what they have to say well. In terms of signs, we have Gemini with the Lovers and Pisces with the Moon. And in the world, we have the fixed signs. So Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. So your person could have any of those signs. But let's see what else they want you to know. I'm just going to kind of keep it at that. Yeah, talking in first person is hard because my brain is like also just making observations, and it's hard to get out of that. So I apologize if that part didn't resonate or was a little weird. I'm just gonna stick to what I know for now and practice the channeling on my own first. But let's see here. What else does this person want pile one to know, Spirit? Okay, we have the Three of Wands. So they might be wanting to expand their horizons or come towards you in some way. We have the Eight of Swords, which, yeah, really showcases that anxiety that they're feeling. And that Page of Swords, I do think that they want to communicate with you. And the back of the deck energy is the Five of Wands. So I find this very interesting because this does show that they're fighting with themselves. They're not sure whether they should come forward or not. They're not sure what they really want to do. And what I think is interesting is that you two are heavily connected, like on a telepathic, like soul level. And I almost feel like this Eight of Swords represents you. And this is kind of them on their ship, like, you know, wanting to help you in some way. You know, maybe this anxiety really translates to how you're feeling about the connection. I think that they are feeling this way as well. But whenever I see the Three of Wands, I always think like the future is bright, baby. And I think that this person is very protective of you, and they want you to, they want to help you. And I definitely think if you're the younger person or the more inexperienced person, they really care about showing you that they want to help you get out of this mindset. And it's interesting because I think that this person, I feel like there's a bit of projection here. Like, I think that this person doesn't realize that they do the same thing. I feel like this is somebody who can't smell their own shit sometimes. And because of that, I think that they might focus on you a little too much and not enough on them. I do think that there has been a lot of conflict within themselves about what they're going to do here, and it's possible there could even be conflict about you in terms of maybe they've tried to talk to their friends or something about what to do, and I feel like they've just had to defend you because that vulture is misunderstood, and I feel like maybe people have the wrong impression of you at times. And I think also maybe you guys have gotten into some rows and gotten into some arguments in the past. But I feel like this person is the one that feels like they need to be responsible enough to fix things or set things right. And I think what they want you to know is that they are thinking about reaching out, or if they have reached out, it probably only has been very surface level, like, oh, how have you been? How are you doing? But I think they constantly fight with themselves, and it's like, I think they have a million things that they want to say to you, and then once they get to the point where they want to say something, they just like freeze up and they don't know what to do. And I feel like they want to be your knight in shining armor. I'm really called to pull this card on top of the deck, and it is the Six of Pentacles. I think that you've been very generous to this person. I think that you have shown this person a lot of kindness, and I think that they want to return the favor. It's possible maybe things in their job have been getting better, or they have had some kind of raise or something like that, and I think that they want to give you some kind of gift, whether that's the gift of more of their time, whether that's a token of their appreciation, maybe possibly a date. But I do think that they're wanting to balance the scales here. They're wanting to make this an even and balanced connection, but I believe that they're unsure of how to do that so far. Honestly, pile one, I felt very nervous doing this reading in this pile, and I don't think those nerves are mine. I've been doing this long enough to say that I can tell now that, like, as an empath, sometimes the feelings that I'm feeling aren't mine, and with that anxiety, I just, like, I feel like I want to cry, and I'm very nervous about talking about this and this situation. And honestly, I feel very confused by this person. It was kind of hard to tap into them and channel them, because I do think they are so hot and cold and back and forth. And what's interesting with the Lovers is, like, one of the women is represented by like a red figure, and the other figure is blue. And so I think that even just within themselves, they go back and forth, like between knowing what to do and not knowing what to do. But I think that they want to reach out if they haven't. They just want to talk to you, and they just want to communicate with you. And if there have been any arguments, they want to rectify that. They want to change that. I think they feel really guilty and really bad. And like, I feel like really guilty and really bad, like doing this reading for some reason. And so I think that is kind of their energy coming out, where they do feel really, really bad. Like, I guess that's the only way I can say it. But we're going to get some channeled messages now. And just kind of see what they would say, because I'm not gonna lie, I guess trying to channel this person in first person was not easy, because they have a very confusing energy, and it's just like, what do you want, and like, what are your plans? Because I feel like they just go back and forth, and I understand that if you're frustrated with this person, like, just, I don't even know what I don't know. And I think that that's really this Eight of Swords energy coming out. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know, and I don't know what I do know. I don't know shit right now. Like, this is such a confusing energy to be in, and I feel so nervous. I feel like if this person sees you, they probably like make small talk. Okay, well, the first card we have popping out is, have you moved on? Is that gonna focus? Please focus. I mean, like, this reading has just felt like such a shit show, from the light turning off to me being like, okay, I'm gonna channel first person, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to channel first person. Like, I feel like, because once I started doing that, my face got really hot. I started feeling really constricted and like really anxious and nervous, and like I was almost like, oh, I think I need to take my my hoodie off. Like, I'm so hot. So like, I feel like this person is very, very anxious around you. And so the messages we have coming out are, I wish I could love you the way you deserve. I was like, is that what that says? I need to make sure. We also have, I made a mistake, which really shows that they feel bad about what they did in the past. We also have, I still love you. And I think that makes sense for this to come out because I was literally channeling that. And also, I can never seem to find the right words to convey my feelings. Please focus. If not, hopefully you can see that. And finally, I really miss kissing you. And I think actually, I got this. They don't just miss kissing your lips. That's all I want to say. But on the back of the deck, we have, I don't know what I want. And I think that this is pretty accurate. And underneath that, we have, I've never felt such intense passion. And yeah, I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. Like, I just have this like nervous energy in this pile where I'm like, oh, like I just like want to like run and hide like under the table or something. Like, this is such a, your person is definitely getting everything figured out here, and this is not an easy thing for them. But I think that the intense passion that they felt with you, like it won't go away. And I'm not gonna lie, having these channel messages come out is pretty comforting, because I felt like when I was channeling, I was like, what am I even saying right now? But I want to get advice for you and just see what Spirit wants you to know about this connection and what advice they have for you. I feel like we've covered a lot of ground, but at the same time, we've covered no ground, if that makes sense. And I understand if you're frustrated with this reading, because I'm kind of frustrated with this person too. I'm like, come on, like, I want something more substantial. But I think the most promising sign for me is the fact that we have the Knight of Pentacles, the World. Okay, and coming out already, we have conclusions are within reach. So I do think that makes sense with the World and the Ten of Swords coming out. You know, one thing that I like about the Ten of Swords is that we have this line here of bright yellow sky, and that always seems to me like better days ahead. And I think that this person, one thing that they're gonna have to figure out is how to stop being so focused on you and start focusing on them. I feel like their energy is so squared in on you that they have a hard time actually scaling back and focusing on them. So I think that that is going to be one of the challenges for them. But I want to see what this card is. Show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. So you could be an Aquarius, especially if you're an air sign. But I think that Spirit is asking you to be true to yourself within this connection. You know, if you want this person, or if you want something to change here, you know, be authentic with that. But if you don't want that, and you just want to live your life, you know, be authentic with that too. I think that you have the power in this connection, and I actually think part of the reason why this person is so nervous is because they know that, and I think that they're used to having the power typically. But with you being an intellectual equal, and honestly, I would say you're likely, in terms of physical attractiveness, probably I would say that they see you as out of their league, somebody like really high above them. And so I think that Spirit is saying it's really important that you be truthful and authentic with them, whether you want something or you don't. But we finally have meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. So more Pisces energy. Let's see what's on the back of the deck. Okay, we have, you are very close to achieving your goal, gibbous moon. So I do think that there is change coming. You know, the world indicates the ending of a cycle, as does the Ten of Swords, and having the Knight of Pentacles clarified by the Ten of Wands, I think that's a really promising sign, and I do think that things will be changing for the better in this connection. I think it's up to you and whatever you want, pile one. So I'm gonna leave this reading here. I'm so sorry if this reading felt like a huge waste of time or really frustrating. I almost wonder if I'm getting this self-deprecating energy from this person, and so I don't know. Your person is very difficult and very confusing to tap into, and I think part of that is that fiery energy. You know, I think that they're maybe not the happiest about somebody tapping into their energy in the first place, so they're kind of being not super cool about it. But I really hope this gave you some kind of clarity and kind of just helped you see what's going on. But thank you so much for watching this all the way through if you did. I know this is a bit different, but I had to work with what I had. So I am wishing you guys all the best. Definitely leave me a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading, and definitely let me know down in the comments if this resonated at all. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I appreciate every single one of you so much. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I feel so discombobulated. Like, damn, your guys' person is tough. You might be getting a call from them soon, hopefully. But I'm gonna leave this reading here, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll come back and visit me again soon. Bye. Hi there, pile 2. If you guys chose this malachite stone, this is going to be your reading on channel messages from your person. So I'm gonna be entirely honest. I was trying to channel for pile 1, and it was incredibly difficult. I mean, that pile was just a very interesting reading energetically, and my energy felt everywhere. So in order to avoid confusion, I am not going to channel in first person for the other two, which I only did it for a little bit in pile 1 anyway. But I kind of wanted to just leave that fact in because I'm human, and I'm not always on the money. I'm not always perfect, and I think it's important to talk about, you know, not just our successes, but when things kind of seem like a failure too, you know, like that's okay. And also, if you notice that my nail is weird, I broke it, so I had to just glue this pink guy on there, so hopefully that's not too distracting. But I wanted to look at the energy between you both before I get into it. I will have my written channel messages out, and we will also look at advice, so lots of information, so stay tuned. Sorry if I feel a bit discombobulated. I had to like take a second and breathe after the first pile, but I am really intrigued by this pile. So your person, pile 1, is being represented by the wolf, which is an earth sign, so they could be Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. They don't have to be, they could have those placements, but their energy is being represented by the wolf. And I wanted to know how they were seeing you, and you guys actually got 2 cards. So you guys got the Peacock and the Cosmic Egg. And so I actually originally pulled the Cosmic Egg and then the Peacock, but I felt like the Cosmic Egg didn't give me enough information about you guys, and I think the Peacock does. You guys are very impressive. I just want to say, like, right off the bat, I think I'm gonna put this Cosmic Egg in the middle. This connection is highly spiritual, which I think that you're probably aware of by now. Your person has a very masculine energy to them. I think that they are very, at times, straightforward when it comes to their thinking. Also, I did want to mention, I know the lighting changed. I'm sorry if that's distracting, but my light broke, so I have to use overhead lighting now. But your person, I can't even begin to explain how highly they see you. Looking at you as this peacock, not only are you beautiful on the outside, but you're also beautiful on the inside. One thing that this person admires about you is your radical self-acceptance. Even if you don't believe that you have it, they definitely think that you do. You're very rare, pile 2, and they recognize that. They see you as like the cream of the crop, like creme de la creme, like the best there is, and just so beautiful, like gorgeous. Like they can't even, like, I feel like they're stressing to me, like, tell them how pretty I think they are. And I'm like, I am, they're gorgeous. Yes. But they are definitely a bit of a loner. Even if they go out a lot or something like that, I feel like they don't often find people that understand them. And what's interesting is that you could have air placements, they could have earth placements. I feel like you come from two different worlds, essentially. But this person, they are very rigid in their thinking at times. And I think the spiritual nature of this connection is something that really has helped them see from a higher perspective, from an air perspective, if you will. I think that there is nobody like you, pile 2, and this peacock is really just representing that. I would not be shocked if you guys have a lot of dreams about one another. I think you guys feel each other, even if you're apart, even if you haven't talked to this person in a long time. They feel you, especially at night. Like, I'm just hearing like howling at the moon. They know you could have anyone you wanted, and I think that they want you, but we have to go into your energies. So the first energy is blossoming abundance, and your back of the deck energy is being represented by indecision. So I feel like neither of you, I definitely feel like this is a situation where neither of you are really sure what's going on here. And this could be due to this being like a separation, or you just haven't talked to them in a while. I feel like with this blossoming abundance card, you guys are kind of more focused on your own lives, like getting the bag specifically. And I feel like one thing that's interesting is that in this indecision card, there are 2 butterflies. And so I think that you both have been going through a period of transformation, glow ups, if you will, which, like, from your person's perspective, they're like, gosh, like, how can pile 2 get any more perfect, is what I'm like. They totally put you on a pedestal, like 5,000,010%. And I'm feeling the same nerves that I was on the last pile. So I definitely do think they feel nervous around you, but I think they're really good at hiding it. They have a very good stone cold exterior at times, and they're really good at hiding their emotions. But I think one thing that blows them away is that they can literally feel how compassionate you are and how your inner beauty shines, and it just makes you even more magnetic, even more attractive. Like, I can't even begin to talk about how highly this person sees you. Like, they just, oh, you are so amazing, pile 2, and so beautiful, and they cannot get over you. And I think that for a lot of them, they feel like they don't deserve you. And I feel like both of you are in this weird mode where you're worried about doing anything that could impact this connection. And by that I mean, like, maybe one of you wants to move, or maybe one of you wants to do something different. And even if you're not talking to this person, you're like, I feel like you're trusting in the fact that the universe will bring this around. Or you could be in the talking stages with this person. You could be getting to a place with this person where things could progress or things will fizzle, and you're just not really sure yet. Because I do think you both are very strong, very independent people who are focused on achieving a lot in their lives. The numbers 3 or 8 are significant. Those are the numbers on these cards. But we also have number 25, gifts to the portal. And we have number 74, share tenderness. And so I love the share tenderness card. I don't know if roses are significant, but the connection that you share is really beautiful. And I'm almost getting that these are messages from spirit, less so your person, kind of a mix of both, I guess, because this is still kind of representing the energy between the both of you. And the biggest thing that I want to say about this card is that the inner work that you've been doing, the healing that you've been doing, And not even just stuff related to this connection, like the investments you've been putting in, the hard work you've been putting in, it is not going to waste. You might not be able to see the progress right now, but I promise you, like, I'm double peaking promise, like, the hard work that you are doing, it is not for nothing. Like, here's my pinkies, pinky promise. Things are getting better, and you are going to reap the benefits of the hard work that you've been doing internally and externally. And I think one of the most beautiful things about this connection is the tenderness and the love you guys share. Like, this is very mushy-gushy. And with that blossoming abundance, like, it's possible this relationship is blossoming, this connection is blossoming, or you are hoping for it to blossom. Remember, it is a general reading, so things will kind of differ. But one of the most beautiful things is that this person, oh man, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Like, they've never been able to feel open with somebody the way that they have with you. And that's so special to them. Your compassionate and tender heart. I feel like if you guys have been around other people in public, when you first met them, you saw right through their persona. And I mean, you could have even met them like online or something and been like, okay, this isn't the real them. Like, the real them is something different. Because one of the coolest things about you, Pile 2, is that you have this strong heart. And one thing that you can pick out immediately, like almost immediately, is someone's real heart. Like, are they being genuine towards you? Are they being authentic towards you? Like, I totally get empath vibes here. Or somebody who is just, your heart is so big and so special that I think that you're able to suss out when somebody's heart is not being authentic or being real. And I think one of your irritations with this person is that you've seen them when you're alone with them, or in a private place with them, or talking to them privately. They have this soft side that they show you, and the tenderness between the both of you is really beautiful, and they really love that they can be their authentic self with you, and be open with you, and be honest about their feelings. And maybe they're not honest about their feelings, but you can feel how strongly they feel for you, if that makes sense. Like, my heart is just swelling right now. Like, I think that you really showed this person that there are genuinely good people in the world. And I think one of the hardest things for them is that they kind of have a one-track mind. With this wolf card, this is a leader, this is a guardian. Maybe they have a family of their own, or maybe they just have a very specific idea of who they want to be and what they want to achieve. But for whatever reason, having you in their life is changing that, would have to change that, and they're unsure. They're like, do I make moves towards this person, or do I continue on my path? But I feel like no matter what, Spirit is saying that there are really good things coming in your personal life, like with your career and other things like that. I know this is meant to be a love reading, but I think that the inner work that you are doing is actually helping move this connection along. And just the current energy right now is, I feel like you both are indecisive about each other. It's possible that this person could have done things in the past to mess this connection up, but I think that you both have very tender feelings for one another. And I actually think that one of the most important things about this wolf is that they might not have any earth placements at all. But I think the biggest thing is that this person shows you how they feel through their physical actions, and more specifically through their eyes, the way they look at you, the way they interact with you. And it's something very special. And I think that your presence, just the mere existence of one another, motivates you to do better and to be better. And I think that this connection really happened for a reason, and whatever has gone down between the both of you was divinely guided, and it was meant to happen. So I think that the reason you are where you are now is is because you're supposed to be. And we're going to kind of see what your person wants you to know and why this indecision is here. But this is actually really beautiful, and I don't know what's gone down between the both of you. It's going to be different, but this person has the utmost respect and admiration for you. I don't even think I can put it into words. They see the world in you. And I think that they really want you to know that your impact on them has not gone unnoticed, and you are not somebody insignificant or lame. I heard the word unspecial, and I'm like, that's not a word, but okay. But let's see. Spirit, what does pile 2's person, what do they want pile 2 to know? What would they say to pile 2 at this time? Especially, I want to know, what are they indecisive about? But I think that you both are getting to a place in life where you're making big moves. So to start, we have the 6 of Pentacles. So there's that blossoming abundance right off the bat. We have the Ace of Wands. And we have the King of Wands. I definitely was getting a fiery energy from this person, which is interesting because when you even look at this wolf, like, it almost looks like this wolf is surrounded in flames. This person's passion for you has not gone anywhere. And I think one of the things that has always made them be held back from you is the fact that you're so generous, pile 2. And maybe you're in a better financial position than they are. But I think that this person, no matter what gender they are, really values being in a masculine energy. And because they felt like they didn't have anything to offer you, like, this wolf energy is such a provider. And with someone as top tier as you, like, you deserve the world, and they want you to know that. And I actually think that one of the beautiful things is that your connection has brought them closer to spirit, to God. And the passion they feel for you is like unparalleled. I feel like, especially if this has gotten physically intimate before, they think about you a lot in that way. And I actually think that if you might have been very generous in that way as well. And I think that they really want to return the favor and make you feel very good, which, like, I'm like, man, why? They have a lot of sexual thoughts about you. Let's just say that, even if you haven't done that before. But I think this extends to more, because I feel like in the past they have not been able to give you the same energy that you gave them. And I feel like they feel a lot of guilt about that. They wish that they could provide more. They wish that they could be more. And I think part of it is that they don't have an accurate viewpoint of who they actually are. And I think that definitely impacts the objective truth of this connection. I think that you kind of roll your eyes at them at times, because you're like, how do you not see that, like, you're on my level, that you're just as good, like, you could be everything and more. But I think that it's more so that this person might feel a bit emasculated, because I do think they like to have the power. And because you are so secure in yourself, like, this peacock, like, you know who you are, you know what you're doing, and this isn't your first rodeo on earth. That's all I'll say. And I think that one thing that they really feel intimidated by is that I think that they typically do feel in control, but with you, they don't feel like they have the upper hand, because 1, they're so attracted to you, and 2, there's just nobody like you. Like, I think that they recognize that you're 1 in a million, and they don't want to mess this up. And if they've messed this up in the past, I think that they're worried they may not get another chance, or they may not, they may be too late, because I feel like they know that you could have literally anybody you wanted. And I think that they're really hoping for a fresh start, or some kind of opening where they can make a move. They want to give you something. Maybe this is a small present, a token of their gratitude, or maybe it's just more of their energy. I think that they almost want to adorn you in jewels, like you're the jewel of their eye or something like that. They want to balance the scales, and they want to show you that they can be in control. And I think that they want to show you how much passion they have. What I'm called to notice in this King of Wands is that they do feel kind of dry without you. Their life feels a bit dry. And without you, if this is like a connection where you're talking to them, or you go with bouts without seeing one another, it's just that energy of not being able to see you. Like, I feel like they didn't know what wholeness felt like until they could see it from you and they could genuinely experience it. This is like actually so beautiful. But I want to see what else they want you to know, Spirit. So what else does Pile 2's person want Pile 2 to know? Okay, we have the 10 of Swords coming out. We have the 3 of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Swords. And on the back of the deck, we have the 10 of Cups. Oh, that's so beautiful. So I think right off the bat, also I want to note the sun is underneath that, and I think that that is meant for you as well. So I am taking that. Honestly, if you felt drawn to Pile 1, you might want to watch Pile 1. But the one thing that I will say, the biggest difference about Pile 1 and your pile is that I feel a lot less scrambled and discombobulated. I feel like this person has had more time to think about what it is that they want and what they want. Your person has been working hard, especially on their finances, which makes sense with that Blossoming Abundance card, which is interesting because that's that second 3 here, and there's a lot of flowery imagery. And I think that this person has been really busy, and I think that their mind constantly buzzes about what they want to do about this connection, what they want to, who they want to be in general. It's not even just about you. It's like, what kind of person do they want to be? I feel like they didn't take themselves or their life seriously until they met you. And I think that your ambition and the drive that you have to achieve and succeed is something like no other. And I think that this person recognizes that you invested way more energy than they did. You invested way more energy than they did in the beginning, and they could have betrayed you. Or they could have felt betrayed by somebody else in the past, and because of that, they were afraid of giving you all their energy. But I feel like they're working hard right now because they want this passionate new beginning with you. They want this passionate start. And whether that is taking this connection from one level of commitment to a higher one, or going from not talking to something even more, they want to get out of this indecisive energy. But I think part of the reason why they are in it is because they are unsure of how you feel about them, of where you stand with them. And I think also they're really afraid of being rejected. Despite how strongly and how passionate and how in charge they like to be, because you are so above their level in their mind, which honestly, from an objective point of view, I do feel like you actually are, Pile 2. You guys are so cool. Like, honestly, just give yourself a pat on the back, please, because you are just amazing, and I can't even, oh my goodness, like, you guys are just amazing. And I think that it's understandable why they see that as well. And I feel like in a lot of ways they feel like they don't deserve you, that there's somebody better out there for you, and that they don't want to take that opportunity away from you. But it's like, at the same time, they can't let go of you. They can't let go of the idea with you. They can't let go of the fact that you bring them genuine emotional fulfillment and you make them so happy. They could be a Leo, especially with all this fire energy. They could be an Aries, Leo, or Sag. We have Swords energy, so Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and more Earth, so Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. they know that they could have genuine emotional fulfillment with you. And truth be told, I think that they want that. But one, I don't think they trust themselves. I think that they believe that they will screw it up in some way, that they will ruin it, that they're not enough. Or truth be told, I think that they know once they are vulnerable towards you and they open up to you, you could literally crush them in 2 seconds. You could crush their soul. But they want to communicate these things to you, and truthfully, they might not communicate them in the most lovey-dovey way. With this King of Wands and this King of Swords, I'm called to notice how similar the backgrounds are in these cards, and I really think that they're trying to feel more confident in their feelings, because they do almost want to rush in and like make this big confession. And it might not come out the most eloquently, and it might not be the most romantic, but I think this person knows that they have to make some kind of gesture towards you in order to win you over. I don't think that they have full clarity yet. One thing that I'm called to notice is that this Sun card, the eyes are still closed on it. And so I think that they are still kind of figuring out how they want to go about this. I feel like they're like, all I know is that they make me really happy, and that I don't want to lose them. Is like kind of what they're telling me. But I don't know how to go about it. I don't know what I need to do, and I don't even know what I don't know. And I think that they overthink a lot when it comes to you. And I feel like they've maybe like written stuff out in their notes or like in their phone, where they've just wanted to confess all these feelings to you, or all these things they want you to know, and they just go back and forth with that all the time. But I want to see what else they want you to know. Spirit, what else does pile 2's person want pile 2 to know? Okay, we have the 7 of Wands. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And on the back of the deck, we have the Empress. That is so many titties. Oh my goodness. So many titties. You're the ultimate, pile 2, and I think that is just evident in these cards. I feel like this person is trying to work through some ego issues, but this to me is like a phoenix rising from above the ashes. And when I think about the Phoenix card in this animal deck, they I think they've been working through a lot of inner child wounds and inner child pain. And I think that they're learning how to surrender the need to be in control of everything, or at the very least they're trying to. And they're trying to look at things from a different perspective, because I think that your presence in their life quite literally turned their world upside down. And I think that they just see you as somebody, like, you are like the ideal long-term partner for them. And there's something mystical about you as well. Like, I'm called to notice how this queen is holding this amethyst in her hand. So maybe amethyst is a special stone to you, but it's almost like you know things and they're unsure of how you could even know these things about them or about this connection. I definitely think that you're very spiritually evolved. And I'm even called to notice with this card that this person would climb any mountain and swim any ocean just to show you that they mean it and that they want to change. And what I'm called to notice again with this Empress here is that I think this person is trying to trust the universe and allow this to happen naturally. Pearls could be significant to this connection as well. But the Empress is all about allowing things to grow, allowing things to evolve on their own. And so I think that this person is kind of just, one, waiting for a sign or waiting for some kind of opportunity, like to see you in person or make a move in person. But I mean, I think that they want a family with you. They want you to be you know, if you're a woman, like the mother of their children, the father of their children, they want a family with you and they want emotional fulfillment. Even if you don't want kids, like I feel like they want fur babies or plant babies, whatever it is. I mean, you just fill them with so much passion, and the fact that you're so stable and so trustworthy is something that they find to be unparalleled about you. You really are like unparalleled. Like I can't even, not like, no words will do justice to how amazing you are and how this person feels about you. And so I definitely think that they are really hoping for either the courage to make a change here or the opportunity to show you that they care. But starting out, we have the path to you seems so complicated and messy, which I could see being a reason why they are indecisive. Like, how do I go about this? Especially if this person messed up. What else does pile 2's person want to say to pile 2 spirit? I will say though, the biggest difference between this pile and pile 1 is that I do feel like more calm and more secure, maybe because this person is an earth sign and they are, I feel like more time has passed in this connection, and this person is getting the clarity, and they recognize that they do want something here. And we have I want to reach out coming up here, as well as have you moved on. So there are definitely similarities between you and the first pile. But we also have, I wish I could hold you right now. I think that with that share tenderness card, like I think that you guys really, maybe physical touch is a love language for the both of you. But this person is saying that this isn't in your head. They feel it too. And I definitely think that they feel it. And look what we have. I think that you're the one. And I would definitely agree with that. Seeing you as the Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, the Ten of Cups. They see having their whole life with you. They know that there's nobody else like you. And I think that they would just be honored for you to even look in their direction again, or be willing to take a chance on them and have something more. We also have, I miss the good times we shared. And on the back of the deck, we have, I have so much anxiety, which I truthfully think makes a lot of sense. And I wasn't ready for these feelings. And I think that they realized, you know, that their defensiveness and their unwillingness to be open with you in the first place really impacted. Oh, can you focus, please? Thank you. Their unwillingness to be open with you at first really hurt you, because I think that you have always been genuine and honest with this person. You were so generous and so kind to them. And I think that at first they didn't believe that somebody like you could be real. And I think maybe it's taken some time for them to realize how genuine you are and how special you are. And I think that if they figure their stuff out and find a way, they are going to want to make this up to you, point blank period. I definitely think they overthink this, but they definitely probably still have dreams about you, about being connected to you in a physical way. They love your, if you are a woman, they love your tatas a lot. With that Empress, I just feel like you are just the best they've ever had. Like, I can't even, like, I just have to breathe. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like the way this person feels about you, pile 2, is no joke. But look what we have coming out first. Your first advice card is a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. So I do think there will be change here. What other advice do you have for pile 2 spirit? What do you want them to know about this connection? It's kind of wanting them to pop out. Okay, that works. We also have confidence is your key to success. new moon in Leo. Is that right? Yeah, new moon in Leo. So I think one thing that Spirit wants you to know is that don't make concessions for this person. Stay in your truth and stay in your power. I feel like they kind of need to kiss your ass a little bit, and you have every right to sit there and just be like, yeah, like come crawling back to me, you know. I expect you to show me that you really mean this, because I mean, it's probably taken them some time to realize that you are their 10 of Cups, that this is the emotional fulfillment that they've been looking for, and I think they would really kick themselves if they lost you for good. But truthfully, that's up to you. Like, it's up to you whether you allow this person in your life or not. But we also have you are good enough, full moon in Virgo, and I think that is so true, especially with that Queen of Pentacles coming out. You are good enough and you are worthy of the most beautiful love. And so if you feel like this person doesn't treat you the way that you want to be treated, just know, like, I feel like I've been gassing you guys up a lot in this reading, which is so deserved. And if you don't see yourself in this way, you need to. And like, seriously, I will be upset at you if you don't see how wonderful you are, because you are good enough, not only for this connection, but for all the hard things you've been working towards, because there is a lot of abundance coming your way. Like 888 is a synchronicity that I'm hearing a lot. And on the back of the deck, we have communication is key, new moon in Gemini. So we have a lot of new moons here, and new moons are all about manifesting. So I think that when it comes to this connection, what Spirit wants you to do is to trust that the scales will be balanced. We do have 2 balanced scales here. Be open and honest with your communication, and be confident in what you want, because what you want is what you deserve. So know your needs. But full moons are about release. And so the one thing that I think you need to release, pile 2, is this idea that you're not good enough, or that you don't deserve everything. So my hope for you guys is that you can recognize how special you guys are, recognize that you deserve all the love and all the abundance in the world, that you are good enough for true love, you are good enough for commitment, and you are good enough for a love that is going to make you really happy and fulfill you, because you've been doing a wonderful job fulfilling yourself. You've been doing a wonderful job of working on yourself, and I feel like Spirit is saying that it's time for you to recognize that you are worthy of fulfilling love as well. So pile 2, I'm going to leave this reading here. Thank you guys so much for watching this all the way through. If you did, definitely let me know down in the comments how this reading resonated. You know, why did I just completely forget what I was saying? I don't know. I'm like the worst at outros, but definitely leave me a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading. I am wishing you all the best. Thank you so much for letting me read your cards. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this, and I hope you'll come back and visit me again soon. Bye. Hi there, pile 3. If you guys chose this aquamarine stone, this is going to be your reading. So to start off, I wanted to get a look at your person's energy and how they see you, and the energy between the both of you. I do want to say sorry if my nail is distracting. I broke it, so I just had to glue this pink guy on. Also, I did channel in first person for the first pile, and it was a little rough, I'm not gonna lie. So I will bring about any direct channeled messages if I get them, but because I like to make insights and things like that about what I'm seeing, I think I am going to stick to just what they would want you to know, what they would say to you, things like that. So the reason I leave this in and why I say like I didn't do such a good job is because I think it's important to remember that we're only human, and sometimes we fail at things, and sometimes we're not the best at things, and I think that it's important to like admit those things and be like, hey, you know, I didn't do the best I could, but I'm just gonna keep practicing and I'm gonna get better. But anyway, into your reading. So you are being represented by the earthworm, and your person is being represented by the cheetah. So one thing that I want to say with this pile is that your person has a very heavy ego. And I think that they don't necessarily see things in the most accurate light, if I'm being truthful. But one big message that I'm getting is that there is an array of people for this pile. Because there are 3 piles, the messages will be muddled. So you're gonna have to use some discernment about what type of person I'm talking about. Your person could have fire placements or just be a fiery person. You could have earth placements, but I think one of the biggest things that I'm noticing is that your person is likely older than you, or if not, they see themselves as more confident or more mature than you. But the biggest thing that I want to say about you guys, pile 3, is how special you are. I feel like you might not have any earth placements at all, but I think you are learning how to ground yourself, and I think you are learning more about why you're here and what your mission is here. I do feel like things in this connection haven't really progressed, or not a whole lot might be going on. This might be somebody in your past that you don't talk to anymore, or that you are in separation with. But I want to show you the energies of what I'm seeing here first. So we have the number 23 all tied up, and number 37, the 3rd chakra, Archangel Samuel. And your other energies, you guys actually got 3. I think I'm going to start with this card. So we have the first card, which is possession of a star being by hands unworthy. We have your dreams are closer than you think. And we have the lonely journey of the priestess. So for some of you, this connection is stronger than others. I'm just going to be completely honest about that. For some of you, this person is not somebody that you want in your life. And if that is resonating with you, then that is because it's true. For some of you, this is somebody that you want in your life one day, but for whatever reason, it is not happening right now. With the all tied up, I do feel like this is not a connection that is happening right now. I feel like there is almost an energetic bind, like not allowing either of you to progress this connection or make things happen. I mean, this person, this cheetah person, definitely seems to have runner energy. And for some of you, this person could have been deceitful and maybe not entirely honest about what they were wanting from a connection. For some of you, I do feel like this person might have taken advantage of the fact that you were younger and more inexperienced. But for others, I think that this person didn't treat you the way you deserve to be treated because they are they have a short attention span, if that makes sense. I think that this person also has a younger energy, and I think they act too big for their britches, if I'm going to be honest. And I think that they have a bit of an ego, and I think that they don't see themselves as accurately as they should. And I think that they run from the truth of who they are sometimes. For some of you, this actually is a significant connection, and I think that there will be more here. And for others, I think that this person was a lesson to move you in the right direction. With the 3rd chakra, Archangel Samuel, you know, the solar plexus chakra talks a lot about self-esteem and confidence. And one of the biggest things with the earthworm is that the earthworm is more shy, is more hesitant, is more unsure of themselves. Maybe you met this person when you were starting out a new job, moving to a new place, maybe starting at a new school, something like that. This person sees you as a newbie, or as somebody that I'm going to say this in a voice that I am kind of mocking them for this, and I hope you don't take offense to it, but they just don't get it, or they just don't see things the way I do. Like, I just feel like this person truthfully has not had the slice of humble pie that will be given to them. Because I feel like no matter what, this person really put you in a bind, because I think that your feelings for them were strong. And for some of you, like, I want to be completely honest here when I say, and here's the thing, you are very smart, so you will know what group you fall into. You know the truth of this connection. Your gut will tell you the truth on this connection. So for some of you, this person did have strong feelings for you, and I think that they ran from them because they weren't ready to commit to something. You both could be younger and could be in a position where this person just wasn't ready to give commitment or settle down. But for others, I do feel like this person was maybe a bit of a player and found you to be somebody that was very generous and very kind and very shy. And I think that they wanted to take advantage of that a little bit, and I'm so sorry that is the message that I'm getting, but please stick around. I know this is frustrating because there are good messages for you. This person plays an integral role no matter what. For some of you, I do think that you are in the beginning of a spiritual journey with this person. I almost feel like this person is a runner, but I almost don't think that you are a chaser. I think that you're kind of confused and stagnant right now. But for others, I do feel like this person came into your life to show you that you deserve better and that you deserve really wonderful things. With this card, possession of a star being by hands unworthy. Pile 3, you guys are very, very special. And this card talks about the lonely journey of a priestess. So you are highly intuitive. Honestly, I get heavy water signs from you, also maybe heavy fire. I feel like no matter what, you're very connected to spirit, but you might be unaware of it at this time. The reason why this person views you as an earthworm is because they do not understand how rich your inner world is and how genuine your heart is. And spirit is saying that you need to dream big. And this connection was or is meant to motivate you to know that you deserve better and that you want to be better. For some of you, you know that this person is not somebody that was meant to be in your life and that did not deserve your kindness or your energy or your attention. And spirit is pointing out to me the fact that you are so special and that you could be a starseed or a highly evolved soul. And unfortunately, when you are a highly evolved soul, you tend to attract people who are broken or who are looking for somebody to heal them. And I feel like for a lot of you, you are unaware of your spiritual power. And with this lonely journey of the priestess, I feel like you are beginning this journey. And that's also why you're being represented by the earthworm. Emotionally, I feel like you guys, pile 3, are very evolved. And what's interesting is that you picked this aquamarine stone. And I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Aquamarine, but it's all about finding love. And Aquamarine, she's there to prove to her dad that love exists and that love is real. And she goes up to the main character of the movie, the male protagonist, and she just never met him before. And she goes, "Raymond, do you love me?" And he's like, "No, but you're hot, really hot." And she's all disappointed and kind of what the fuck? But she's like a mermaid. She's not used to how human connections work and how love works. She's a fish out of water, and that might be what you felt like. I almost wonder for some of you if this was some sort of BDSM connection with this all tied up. But I feel like this person maybe made you feel a bit trapped. And you might be feeling a bit trapped from this connection. But Spirit is saying that the reason why this connection is happening is to strengthen your emotional intelligence and to strengthen your confidence in yourself and the ability for you to discern who is worthy of you and who is not. And I'm going to be completely honest here. There's 2 groups here. For some of you, this person is going to come around at some point in the future. This is a spiritual connection where you guys are tied to one another. But for others, I do feel like this was a person who was meant to instigate this journey that you are meant to go on, because you guys, pile 3, have a very special purpose on this earth. And whatever your soul is calling you to do, that is what you are meant to do. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is a career that's going to require a lot of confidence, whether it's acting, singing, being a musician. I do feel like it has some creative purpose, or it is like a public speaker, maybe even a politician, activist. You're going to be very big. And I feel like for a lot of you, you are on the younger side, and so you are unaware of this. But even if you are not younger, it's because your soul is just starting to awaken. And this person, unfortunately, had an integral part in making you recognize that you are such a special star being, and their hands were unworthy of you. Now, because this is so divided, this is where you have to start trusting your gut here. You'll know deep down in your gut, like, anxiety screams, intuition whispers. So you will know in your gut if this is somebody who was meant to instigate change, but they are not worthy of your life, or if this is someone who will be back in the future, who will come around in the future, because I see 2 different things here. And because it is a general reading, discernment has to be used. And if it is on the more spiritual side, I feel like you are on the beginning of a spiritual journey, and that it will probably take some time for things to progress here, because Spirit has energetically hit the pause button on this connection, because it is time for you to start on your own journey. It's time for you to get your sea legs, to learn about yourself. I mean, I can't even begin to describe how special you guys are, and you have such a kind and caring soul, and this person was far too in their ego to see that. And when it comes to this person, their head is so far up their own ass. They can see the sun shining, like, or what's that word? Their head is so far up their own ass, if they opened their mouth, they could see this. I don't know. It's their head's up their ass. That's the point of this. And that it sucks. Trust me, this sucks. Like, I understand, and I feel like this person has hurt you in ways that are so unfair, and I just see you as being this precious little soul, and I don't think that this is the first person to really hurt you. But the reason why these things are happening to you, the reason why these experiences are happening, is to make you fed up and realize, I don't deserve this shit. And Spirit is saying that they understand if you are angry at them, or you are angry at this situation, because it is an understandably shitty thing to experience and a shitty thing to go through. But the important thing for you to know, pile 3, is that this is happening for you, not to you. And this is supposed to help you surrender so that you can follow your biggest dreams and start following this path. You might be meant to be some kind of energy reader, maybe Reiki, maybe tarot, maybe an astrologer. You are a priestess of some kind, and spirituality is incredibly important to you. And this is meant to light your inner fire and light your passions, to help you understand how truly special you are. It is likely that you are a starseed or some kind of ethereal being, maybe an indigo child, rainbow child, crystal child. I'm honestly really called to a rainbow child with this earthworm energy, but Spirit is really asking you to trust that this is happening for a reason, and that while this situation might not have been fun, it might have been really hard, this is all happening for your highest good. It's happening for you, not to you. And Spirit is saying, dream big, baby, because you will get everything that you are dreaming for, and you will get everything that you want to achieve, but you cannot go after those dreams if you don't feel confident. And I think that one of the biggest things that you are learning is that how someone else feels about you or what someone else thinks of you is not important here. It does not matter. I just want you guys to know that what this person has done, I kind of want to fix the angle of this camera. This has no reflection on your worth, and that this is actually supposed to show you how truly worthy you are. And Spirit is saying that, you know, it's lonely at the top. There is not a lot of people that can match your level. But you are either going to meet somebody in the future who will match your level, who is meant for you, or this journey, if this is a spiritual connection and you know that this is not over between you and this person, and trust me, you will know, because you already have a pretty highly evolved intuition, and you know for a fact what this person is, what this person means for you. And because this is different for some of you, it's split, like I'm telling you, you will know. And that's the important thing with pick a cards, is that you have to trust. I hope this camera is focusing. Whoa, can you focus, please? You will know. Okay. We have Judgment popping out here before I'm even shuffling. So Spirit is saying, honestly, I'm going to get these messages from Spirit about this connection, and we'll do the channeled messages from your person because this is split. But this is meant to awaken something within you. You are meant to have realizations, big ones. Archangel, I believe Gabriel is represented in Judgment, but I want to see what this person, what Spirit wants you to know about this connection, and about your purpose, because honestly, being truthful, you guys, I think that this is a lot about your power and your worth. You have a big mission here. And I know this isn't maybe what you are wanting to hear, but sometimes Spirit will hijack a reading to let y'all know what you need to hear. And I keep getting drawn back to your dreams are closer than you think. And so for some of you, you know, this right person for you might be right around the corner, or in terms of your, like, if you know that this person is not meant to be in your life, did not treat you right, is not the right person for you, I think that the right person, this makes me think of the Ace of Cups, could be right around the corner, but you are focusing on your own happiness, on your own development, so that you are in the right place to be able to receive this energy. Because I am kind of getting this message, pile 3, that you could struggle with codependency, and by that I mean feeling like you need someone else's approval to validate your worth or existence, and I'm telling you that you don't. And I'm hoping that this connection is what has started to teach you that you don't need it, and that you don't need anyone else, and that your approval is actually the most important. You are such a special soul, pile 3, and I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that this is not an easy thing to go through. It is not fun, but you have a special mission here on earth. And if you know what that is wonderful, but you might still be discovering that. And Spirit is saying the answers, not only about this connection, about your future, but about what you are here to do, are coming. And I'm actually feeling called to talk about the concept of a golden shadow. So if there's anyone you envy, or not even envy, but just admire and see as something that you would want to do or you would want to achieve, Spirit is telling me that this is something that you are meant to do. The golden shadow is a shadow aspect where you realize that you are supposed to follow in similar footsteps or do something similar when you admire those things about somebody. So I recognize my camera is going to stop in like 0.2 seconds, so I'm just going to keep shuffling. So let's see, Spirit, what does pile 3 need to know about this connection and about their future? What does this person want them to know? Okay, so we have the 4 of Pentacles, and we have the 3 of Wands. I'm going to take another one as well. I'm going to kind of just move the Ace of Swords. So I'm getting kind of a double message here, which, shocker, because there is such differing energies here. For those of you where this is a spiritual connection, this person is looking for clarity. And I'm called to notice the red rose and the white rose. And I think one of the biggest things about this connection is that you are both meant to have clarity. And I think for you, pile 3, you're more represented in this white rose. White roses represent new beginnings, fresh starts, and red roses represent romance. And I think one thing that this person fears is romance. I feel like this person is a bit selfish, and it takes a lot for them to be open and be transparent. And so I think that they want you to know, and Spirit wants you to know, that the fact that they didn't open up to you has no bearing on you or your worth, but it actually goes to show that they have a lot of issues within themselves, that they have a very thick ego, like a very big ego. That was one of the first things I picked up on, and I think that they don't view themselves in an accurate light. And truthfully, pile 3, I want to pull you another animal card. I want to see from Spirit, what is the truth? What is the truth of pile 3's soul? Who are they really? Because they sure as shit aren't the earthworms. So Spirit, what is the truth of pile 3? We have the fish. So I love that this is coming out because this is Pisces energy, but it's still less evolved. I'm actually going to get the book to see what it says, because I do get a younger energy from you, and I think you're just starting to discover the power of your emotional intelligence. Let me see here. Man, where's the fish? Okay. So the fish says restlessness, change of focus, lost at the current. The fish loves to be subsumed in life's current. Nothing pleases it more than movement, and more movement. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals and intentions. Spend time with the lunar forces, dear fish, as the peace and calm of the moon will soothe your soul. So when you're in balance, you're adaptable and travel well. When you're out of balance, you're distracted and change your mind often. And to bring you into balance, you need to find a small goal and accomplish it. So this actually makes a lot of sense, because this 3 of Wands is all about traveling, and of course that's really hard with what's going on right now. But I do think that you are kind of, this connection, because you like movement, because you like change, this connection had to kind of rear you in and make you stop, because you have a hard time staying focused on one thing. And I think that you could have you could be like a mutable energy. So that would be our mutable sign. So Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Virgo, I believe. So you could have one of those signs. But with this fish energy, like, you are very emotional, and that's what I was getting. Like, you're not really an earth sign, and I feel like this person just doesn't know anything about emotions quite yet. They are learning that. They need to learn those emotional depths. And I don't see you as a fish, pile 3. I see you guys as a mermaid, as somebody beautiful and ethereal. And this fish is just, I feel like Spirit wants to call to your attention the fact that you are kind of all over the place. And the biggest thing that I'm getting is that it's dangerous for you to be in a relationship right now, because you do have this mutable energy where I could see you dropping your dreams and your wishes for somebody that you care enough about at the drop of the hat. And Spirit doesn't want you to do that, because you have big things to accomplish. And like, I'm getting kind of passionate about this. You have huge things to accomplish. And with this Three of Wands here, I'm called to notice the dolphins. Not only do you have a bright future, but things are going to shift and things are going to move. But things within this connection are going to be stubborn because you are learning how to find clarity within yourself. If this is a spiritual connection, your person is going to have to learn how to open up their emotions. They're going to have a big slice of humble pie served their way. And Spirit doesn't want you to be involved in that because truthfully, I think their lessons might be kind of tough. But you, my sweet soul, pile 3, you are getting clarity about your purpose, about your life. And what I'm called to notice with these dolphins is that I think that you will be a very highly evolved emotional soul. Your emotional intelligence is growing. And I think one of the reasons why you might not have the biggest sense of emotional intelligence yet is because either you're young, maybe you are with one person for a long time, or you're just inexperienced in relationships, so you don't have a lot of experience to go off of. But you are getting the clarity that you are needing, and there will be a lot of awakenings within you. Pay attention to your dreams. Spirit is telling me your dreams give you a lot of information, but there is great love out there for you. But the best love is only going to come once you are secure in yourself and unwilling to compromise your needs and what it is that you want in the life you want to live. And you might have to take time to figure out what it is that you truly want to do and what life you truly want to live. And I love that this ship is kind of represented by a heart. And so I think the love that you're truly needing right now is love for yourself and your passions. And the dolphin is very representative of there's this soul oracle card that talks about when you're happy, it means that you're on the right path. So if you're not happy, you're not on the right path. And if you are happy, you are on the right path. So you could invest time and energy into something and be really happy, and then down the line realize that you're not happy anymore. So that just means you have to take a little shift. You have to take a turn and make some kind of change. But you don't deserve to feel trapped, because Spirit is saying that your journey is going to have so many twists and turns. You are going to be so strong by the end of this journey. Like, you guys have no idea. And Spirit is asking you to dream big, and they don't want you to base your dreams on anybody other than yourself. You deserve a new beginning. You deserve this clarity. And this person, whether they're going to be in your life or not, there's going to be some time apart here, because they are not meant to, your decisions are not meant to be influenced by anyone other than yourself. So Spirit, what else do you want pile 3 to know about this connection and about their life? I'm almost feeling more called to talk about their mission and their journey. So let's just see what comes up. So to start, I love this. We have the Queen of Wands. Look at that. And there's that lion again, so there could be some Leo energy. Maybe there wasn't a lion, but I do think that you are meant to be confident in yourself. You're meant to follow your passions. You could be a fire sign. I feel heavy fire and water here. We also have the Ace of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And on the back of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. There is that fire and water energy, like I was saying. This is so beautiful. I'm also called to notice Temperance. Your guides are watching you, and your guides are so proud of the progress that you've made. You could be a Sagittarius or have Sagittarius energy. But essentially, what Spirit is asking you to do is to synthesize all these parts of you. Your purpose has something to do with integrating these emotional and these passionate parts of yourself. You could be meant to be an artist. Maybe you are meant to be a writer or a journalist. You're meant to do something big, and you're meant to influence others. And your strengths lie in the fact that you are so spiritually in tune. And you might not even realize this, but you're being represented by the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. You have incredible psychic abilities. You are hilarious, and you are magnetic. And that is why you attract these types of people. You are so special, pile 3. And hands unworthy want to get get a hold of that. Like a moth to a flame, they are attracted to you. One angel that is protecting you is Archangel Samuel, so you can always call on him. I'm also called to talk about Archangel Michael. He is protecting you as well. But your guardian angels and your spirit team are protecting you. And when things don't go your way, it is because they are not meant to work out that way. With this Wheel of Fortune here, Spirit is saying that things are going to be changing in your favor. And the more you go within and the more you focus on what makes your heart feel fulfilled, the happier you are going to be. I do think that for some of you, new love is coming in. And this new love might not be in the form of a person. It might be in the form of a new hobby, a new creative talent, a new job, something that makes your heart feel full and something that fills your cup up. It is going to be a really special thing for you. And I almost see this bird as you rising from your past. I promise you, Pile 3, things are changing for the better. And you are growing into this versatile queen. And this person, this cheetah person, did not see your power because, like I said, their head is so far up their own ass, they can't see shit. And this has no bearing on you. You have incredible psychic abilities. Clairsentience, claircognizance, clairvoyance, the biggest ones that I'm being stressed. I mean, you could honestly have all four. With this snake on this wand, you are shedding this past self. You are not the person you once were, especially if you guys are recently in some kind of transition, like starting out in a new place or starting a new level of something like school or work, or in a period of change, or you've been you've been kind of experiencing a rough patch. Spirit is saying that you are not the person you once were, and the way people treat you has no bearing on your worth. And you deserve to feel confident because you are fierce as hell, and you are so connected to Spirit. You need to start journaling. You need to start listening to your dreams. You need to start listening to what your gut is saying. Remember, anxiety yells, intuition whispers. I find that when I know something is from my intuition, it doesn't come from the same voice that I get in my head that's like my inner monologue. It's different. It feels different. And I think that you have a strong spiritual team. You have a lot of angels around you who love you so much, and you are meant to be a free spirit. Sagittarius energy follows their passions and follows their heart, and you have a special mission here. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're not sure what that is yet, and that's okay. I feel like for a lot of you, you are at the beginning of this journey, and it's going to take some time. So Spirit is asking you to just be patient and follow what makes you happy, because that is going to bring you where you need to go. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know at this time. Spirit, what do you want Pile 3 to know about their love life, about their purpose, about their passions? Because I think that you are meant for a great love, either down the line with this person and you'll know if that's the truth, or somebody that's actually worthy of you. Because I almost feel like this cheetah spirit isn't one person, it's multiple people who come in and act like they're gonna be the best thing since sliced bread, like they're the right person for you. And then it's like they switch, they run, they break away, they make a run for it, because their ego is unable to handle the reflection that you give back at them. Their ego is unable to handle how soft and kind you are. You are so special, Pile 3, and you are here for a special reason. And the reason why people feel like they can't open up to you is because they feel intimidated by you. This person was reserved because they didn't want you to see the real them. And you deserve to have a love where somebody is going to see you for all that you are and not be intimidated by it. I feel like people have put you down because they get insecure by your abilities and by who you are. And I just want to say, Pile 3, like, I just hope you know that you are, oh my goodness, you are here for a big reason. And I feel like for a lot of you, you might be on the younger side and you might not know what that reason is yet. But things are coming. Good things are coming. And Spirit is asking you to focus on yourself and fill your cup because you are evolving. But we also have the 6 of Wands. You are going to be victorious. You are going to achieve your dreams. We have Death here. You are going through a rebirth. Scorpio energy here. It might be easier for you to be pessimistic or negative about who you are, what you're doing, but you need to know that if you are confident in yourself, if you take action towards your dreams, Spirit will back you up 100%, and that's what they want to do. We also have the 10 of Cups. Your great love is out there. We have the 5 of Wands, and on the back of the deck we have the 5 of Swords. So Spirit is confirming to me that you have experienced or are going to experience people who are not in your life for your best interest. They are selfish and they are going to fight you on things. You are going to face adversity and you are going to face people who only care about themselves. And the biggest message that Spirit is telling me is that you can trust your angels to let you, and your spirit guides, to let you know when somebody is not worth your time or your energy. Spirit is asking you not to fight the urges within you. Follow your passions because you are meant to grow and you are meant to be big. I'm called to just notice this lion. You are so fierce and your biggest enemy right now is yourself. Spirit is literally saying to me, there are changes coming. Things are happening for the better, and you could be a Scorpio, and maybe that's why you feel oftentimes you see the darker aspects, you see the things that aren't working out or aren't. I feel like you just don't see how amazing you are. And Spirit is saying, if you know that this cheetah person is meant to come back into your life, it will happen. It will change, but it's going to take some time. I'm going to be honest. It's going to take some time. And that you deserve to find your emotional fulfillment in the meantime. At the very least, though, you are going to have a great love. And if this person you know is not somebody meant to be in your life, the person that is coming in is going to be somebody that will genuinely love you and care about your best interests, will want the best for you. And I think that it's all part of your transformation. You are not yet the person that you need to be in order to have this great love, because inner fulfillment has to come in for you first. You have to be more confident in your path and where you are going. You have to know your purpose and understand who you are. You have to overcome this inner turmoil that tells you you're not enough, or that you're foolish for following this path, or that everybody around you that hurts you or betrays you is right. They're not right. They're wrong. They're intimidated by you. Your angels are saying you have to understand that when you shine brightly, lower vibrational people, insecure people who don't want to work on themselves are going to want to bring you down, because they would rather see you fail than try to match your level. They are unworthy of your time. You are a star being. You are a star seed. You are somebody so very special, and you are going to achieve big things. I promise you. I know you might think I'm full of shit, but I would not tell you this if I didn't fully believe it. And I know that this is a very odd message, because you're getting a mix of different things here. But I want you guys to know, pile 3, that all of your connections are going to be challenging until you find the balance within yourself that you have been needing to have. And once you are secure in yourself, once you see your true worth and your true value, that is when you are going to be ready for this type of love. That is when this person will come back, or that is when you will find the person who is meant to be in your life, because you are meant to follow your own path. Truthfully, you are meant to be independent for a little while. The Spirit wants you to stop being so shy and so hesitant when it comes to your gifts and who you are, because you are one fierce person and you are going to achieve a lot, and you need to trust that you would not feel these strong inner yearnings if you didn't if you weren't capable of achieving them. Like Spirit said, 444 could be a significant synchronicity, but your dreams are closer than you think. And with this Ace of Cups, for a lot of you, you could be meeting a soulmate or somebody who is meant to be in your life for a long time very soon. And I think it is going to happen after you make the decision to follow what it is that you're truly passionate about, and you have more awareness of your purpose. So we're gonna see these channeled messages. For some of you, this is going to be the person in your future, and for others, this is going to be this cheetah person. Take what resonates, don't let it take from you, and allow your gut to decide what these messages are from. We have, I've hidden how deep my feelings really are. We also have, you are so smart, and I think that intimidates them. And Spirit is also saying, you are very smart and you know more than you think you do. We also have, no one understands me the way that you do. And I feel like, especially for those of you where this is a soulmate coming in, there's going to be a level of awareness between the both of you and understanding that is absolutely unparalleled. We also have you moved on? So I definitely do think for those of you in separation with this person, they are curious about that. We also have, I will always love you. And I definitely think that this is more of that soulmate energy. But also, I think for those of you who know that this cheetah person is somebody coming back, I think the reason why you feel so frustrated and you feel crazy is because you know the feelings are there, but they don't express them and they act like they don't exist. And that is because, one, I think that they are not in tune with their higher self, but two, their ego is massive and will not allow them to admit these things. I miss the good times we shared. And we also have, I have so much anxiety. And so I think for a lot of you, this cheetah person, if you know that they are somebody that is meant to come back into your life, things are gonna keep getting worse for them. I'm gonna be honest, and you're gonna continue to get more confident, and that's kind of how this is meant to go about. But on the back of the deck, we have, I replay our conversations over and over, and underneath that, I feel so powerless. Your power intimidates this person. And I'm hearing like, we appreciate power by Grimes. We have deep down, I still feel you. And I think that they do. And if not, I think that this could be a soulmate that you already know. Oh, please focus. Here, I'll hold this card up. Look, 10 of Swords. This betrayal that you've been experiencing, better days are ahead. A cycle is changing. This 10 of Swords was directly underneath this 5. You are not going to be experiencing. You have clarity on the type of person that you need. And the biggest thing that Spirit is saying is that you can trust yourself to make the right decisions. You just need to listen to your gut and listen to what your gut is saying, because that is what is going to give you the clarity on whether someone is worthy of being in your life or not. But just know that your angels and your guides are protecting you. And I know that there is an array of messages here, so I hope that this isn't too confusing for you guys. But I want you to know how special you guys are, and there's a lot of big things in your future. But I want to get some advice from Spirit to you guys. What do they want you to know? So Spirit, what advice do you have for pile 3? What do you want them to know at this time? Okay, looks like this guy wants to come out. And look at that. Have faith in your dreams. Spirit is saying, we don't give you these dreams for nothing. We don't give you these yearnings for nothing. You're meant to achieve big things. You're on this earth for a special reason. And truthfully, you're gonna be shat on. You're gonna be kicked to the ground. You're gonna be spat on, only so that you can see how truly worthy you are, and make you fed up, so that you can realize that your worth does not lie in anyone but you. You are a magnificent mermaid, and you are so worthy of love. And I think that for a lot of you, this love is coming sooner rather than later. Let's see what else. Look at that. We have expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. We also have a time to give rather than to take, new moon in Virgo. Spirit is asking you to take care of yourself, to love yourself first, and to give yourself that self-love, because that is what's going to attract the right love to you. And we also have emotions are running high, super moon. So Spirit is saying, And look at that, directly underneath that, we have nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. So you need to trust your heart. There's no guarantees in this world. But if you have faith in your abilities, if you have faith in the fact that you are worthy, that you deserve love, that you deserve a special, special life, a special love, a special path that is meant for you, you can achieve it. The game is not over yet. You are not down and out. This is just the beginning, and this is just meant to awaken you and wake you up to the truth that you are meant to be this big, big being in this world. And you I can't even find this. You are a priestess, and you have such a big mission on this earth, and it's gonna have many twists and turns. It's gonna be crazy. You're gonna be just so confused at times, and understandably so, probably frustrated at spirit, but I just want you to know that this is all happening for your highest good, and the lessons that you are learning, you are meant to learn so that you can share your wisdom with others, and that you can be confident in what your gut says. All of these lessons help develop you and help you understand what it is that you need to know, and who you can and can't trust, and what your mission is. You know, you're not meant to just go with the crowd and go with the flow and go with the current. Sometimes you have to stand strong in your emotions and trust who you are. But at the end of the day, I beg you, pile 3, please believe in your dreams. Look at this. Luck is on your side. You are going to achieve things, and I mean, this energy is boundless. There's nowhere to go from up. And the more you believe in yourself and the more you trust and co-create with the universe, the more successful you will be. So pile 3, I am going to leave this reading here. I know it was a little confusing and a bit different from the other piles, but sometimes spirit just hijacks things and has information for you. But I promise you, clarity is coming. You will understand why all of this is happening sooner rather than later. But the more you go within and the more you trust, the closer you will get to following your dreams, which you deserve to have. There is a great, beautiful love out there, and I promise to you that it is coming. So definitely let me know down in the comments, what do you want to achieve? I would love to give you some support. I would love to see you guys support one another as well. What kind of person is this? What lessons have you learned? I would love to hear in the comments. You guys' comments are so sweet. Definitely leave me a like and subscribe for more readings like this in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching this all the way through. If you did, definitely let me, I already said definitely let me know down in the comments. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm so bad at outros. Thank you so much for letting me read your cards. I know this was a bit of a different reading, but I hope that it gave you the answers that you were looking for anyway. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this, and I hope you'll come back and visit me again soon. Bye!